everyone, my name is Carla and I'm the elementary director here at Grace Church. Thank you for joining us for our online experience. I want to take a moment to encourage you as parents, as you're spending this weekend at home with your families, to enjoy each other's company. Take time to watch our Bible story videos and talk about the lesson with your child. Download the ParentCue app to access more online resources that go along with our weekend curriculum. Take time to pray together and play worship music throughout your house. Personally, with kids at home, I know how stir crazy we can all get it. So I hope these resources are an encouragement to you and your families.
Everyone is part of a bigger story. It's a bigger story than you can imagine. It's a big story about a really big God. Discover the story that shows you the character of God. Hey, I'm Caleb, and I can't wait to share this with you. It's my Bible. The Bible is filled with stories about people just like you and me. There's grown-ups and kids, moms and dads, brothers and sisters. Some of them make wise choices. Some of them don't. But they all share one thing: the same loving Father. In the Bible, we discover how God created each one of us and loves us so much, He made a way to rescue us, even when we turned our backs on Him. When we choose to follow Jesus, God wipes the slate clean. That's true forgiveness. And I've got 5 stories from the life of Jesus to show you what it can look like. We get started in the book of Matthew. Here, Peter asks Jesus, "How many times should I forgive? Up to 7 times?" Peter's ready to pat himself on the back for being oh so generous, until Jesus tells a story. See, there's this servant who owes 10,000 bags of gold, but his master forgives the whole debt. I mean, what? The servant has his life back. Yes! Time to pass on that same freedom to others, right? Well, you'd think. Time for a quick hop to the book of Luke. Jesus is passing through Jericho, and everyone is so excited, even a guy named Zacchaeus. But Zacchaeus isn't big on crowds. No one likes him because he collects money for the Romans and takes extra for himself. Still, he's so determined to see Jesus that he's willing to go out on a limb. Let's go back to Matthew for another reminder from Jesus. Here, Jesus is teaching his followers on a mountainside. A huge crowd gathers as he shares with them how God wants us to live. Suppose you are offering your gift at the altar, and you remember that your brother or sister has something against you. Leave your gift. First, go and make peace with them. Jesus says that making things right with others is super important. In fact, forgiving others is one of the best ways to show your love for God. Let's wrap up in Luke now for a 2-part epic. Here, Jesus challenges the religious leaders with the story of a young man who wants to live it up. The young man demands money from his father. In fact, it would be all the money he'd get if his father were dead. Ouch. Then the young man takes off for parts unknown and wastes every penny on expensive clothes and parties. The son is finally forced to take care of pigs to survive. I mean, Even his dad's servants have it way better than this. But there's no way he can go home now, right? Stay with us to wrap up in the final week. Spoiler alert. Dad has forgiven his foolish son. He's even throwing a party to welcome him home. But the kid's big brother isn't so happy. I mean, big bro has done the right thing his whole life. And now little bro gets a party? Even though he's a total mess up? I mean, what is up with that? Big bro may be right, but holding on to his anger can't make him happy. God forgives each of us when we ask, but we can't live in freedom until we choose to release those who have wronged us too. That's true forgiveness, and I can't wait to see how it plays out in you and me.
Hi! Guys, welcome to Grace Kids Virtual Church. I know, it's weird. I'm over here building a birdhouse, but here's the thing. I got into a fight with one of my friends yesterday, and I knew that I had to do something to fix it. Because forgiveness is something you have to choose to do, right? It's something that you have to do yourself. And that's kind of what our definition of forgiveness is this month. Forgiveness is deciding that someone who has wronged you doesn't have to pay. So this week, we're talking all about what that looks like, and here's my challenge for you at home. Are you ready for this? Okay, here's your challenge. This birdhouse right here, do you see this? Your challenge is to make a birdhouse just like this one. But here's the catch. You can't use wood and nails and pegs and whatever else this is made of. No. You have to use whatever you have at home. Just don't use the toilet paper, okay? So you can make your birdhouse out of graham crackers and frosting or marshmallows or maybe the empty toilet paper rolls. Whatever you have at home is what you can make your birdhouse out of. But your goal is to make it look like this, as close to this as you can. And then when your birdhouse is all done, have your birds take a picture of it and post it to our Grace Kids Facebook page, okay? We're gonna see who can get the closest to this birdhouse right here. But right now, we're gonna stop for a minute. If you're at home, turn up the volume because it's time for us to dance and sing and worship God. I'll be back in a bit.
Hi, friends. So glad you are joining us today. Let's have some fun together. This month, we have been talking all about forgiveness, and God can help us forgive others. And we can do all things through Christ who gives us strength. So let's sing about that now.
When I feel alone comes my way, He will be my strength. God is for me always. I'm singing, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. All things are possible with our God. All things are possible in His name. All things are possible with our God. Through Christ who gives me strength. I'm singing, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Yes, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.
Great singing, everyone. So at home, let's say, live your love. You know that we can live out God's love when we choose to love the people that are around us. In Psalms 143:8, David wrote this: "In the morning, let me hear about your faithful love, because I've put my trust in you. Show me the way that I should live, because I trust you with my life." So let's sing about sharing and living God's love.
Everything I want, everything I need, you are. When nobody else is listening to me, you are. Before my heart took its first beat, you already loved me, Lord. And in your kindness, you saved me. You're all that I'm living for. Oh, amazing is the way you give your life away, so I could be alive forever.
Okay, you need to be careful with that stuff, all right?
I am being careful. See, look. I have gloves. Do you have gloves? Wear your gloves. I've got gloves.
Okay, but you're not wearing the gloves.
You say potato, I say whatever.
Okay, seriously though, the glue in your hand, it sticks to anything instantly.
Oh,
so
I
just
know.
be really-
Trust me. I will never forget the cat incident.
Oh, I don't think the cat will either.
Its fur will grow back eventually, okay?
Okay.
Now here, hold these.
Okay, why?
Because
Good answer.
now... Ha!
Why?
See, look. Because their hair, it's so soft. Feel it.
Super
Right?
soft, yeah. Oh, sorry, here, let me get that.
No, I got it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Wait, you're...
You know what? It's no problem. I'm just going to pull it off like this. Here we go. And one.
You're...
Don't worry. Not an issue. I got some glue remover down here. I'm just going to go
Okay.
grab. Brandon! A little help! Brandon!
Yeah, just a second.
Where are you going? Brandon, where are you going? Can you help me? Ooh, what is that? Can I get me out? What is... No!
I'll help you after this.
No!
Smile.
I don't understand. How is it that
Look,
complicated?
just because it's your way doesn't mean it has to be my way.
But
That's
it's
all I'm
not
saying.
my way.
is-
There's a right and a wrong way to do things, and clearly you're
right
on
and
the
a
wrong side
way.
of the
That's
road,
like saying
mister.
there's a right and a wrong way to tie your shoes.
There is a right way and a wrong way to tie your shoes.
If your shoes are tied, it's the right way.
Hey guys, we're rolling.
Welcome to the So-and-So Show. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Lawson, and we're glad you decided to watch today.
We have an exciting show lined up. Isn't that right, Lawson?
That's right, Brandon. So exciting.
You're not going to let this go, are you?
I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fine.
Fine.
As we continue to talk about forgiveness this month, I want
you to admit that you're wrong.
See, I knew you weren't going to let this go. You're being ridiculous.
I'm being ridiculous. Why don't you let them decide who's being ridiculous?
Oh, they're just going to agree with me.
We'll see about that. Breaking news, Brandon, current co-host of the So-and-So Show, has been identified as a non-toilet paper replacer.
Hey.
Though some of his fans will be shocked by this incendiary information, Brandon has been a longtime follower of the belief that placing a new roll on the sink is good enough. We can also exclusively reveal that on the rare occasion when he actually does replace the toilet paper, Brandon places the paper with the end going underneath. I understand that these accusations against the longtime host of the So-and-So Show will cause some to wonder if they truly knew Brandon at all. This has been a breaking news report. Thanks for watching. Now back to your normally scheduled program already in progress.
Really?
You asked for it.
Okay, you're right, Lawson. You're right.
I am?
Yeah, I should have replaced the toilet paper after it was used up. That's the courteous thing to do.
Thank you. You know what? I forgive you for being so uncourteous.
Thank you.
But what about that other thing?
I will not apologize for how I install the toilet paper. There's no right or wrong way to hang the toilet paper.
Au contraire, mon frere.
There isn't! And I'll prove it to you.
What do you... Brandon, what's this?
It's another way to hang toilet paper.
Oh.
It's also a game.
Ooh.
All right, so in our hands we have a bunch of rubber bands.
Yes.
Right, and what we're going to do is we're going to shoot the rubber bands at the toilet paper, trying to rip it at the seams. The first
Okay.
one of us who can make 2 aluminum cans drop to the ground wins the game, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got to do it blindfolded. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, actually, it sounds fun.
All right. Blindfolds on. Okay, ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Anything? Ow!
I heard something.
It's me.
Oh, that was a little far off.
It hits your finger on the point of exit.
Do you not know how to shoot a rubber band?
I skipped this part of my childhood. I went straight to division. Ow!
I heard a can.
Did it not fall?
Woo!
What? Wait, I need more rubber band.
That's just one. That's just one. Oops. Sorry, cameraman.
How am I not hitting anything?
It's like you've never done this before. Booyah!
What? How did I not hit anything?
Woohoo! Well,
That was actually fun.
it's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey guys,
Hi, Kellen.
you seem to be in a good mood.
I know, isn't it crazy? What story do you have for us today?
Okay, so last time I told you the first part of Jesus' parable of the prodigal son. Remember this?
Previously on My Two Sons.
Father, I want my inheritance.
Oh? How much of it?
Wait, let me think. Oh, that's right. All of it!
Better not be eating that slop. That's high quality slop. Feed the pigs.
My son was dead. But he is alive again. He was lost. But now he is found.
You remember that?
Sort of.
It's mostly familiar.
Great. Jesus told the story of a father who had two sons. The younger son left and wasted his share of his father's money. The older son stayed home. When the younger son returned home, the father forgave him, and that's where we pick up our story.
I can't wait.
Cool. Now here's part 2 of My Two Sons.
As time moves on, so do the lives of my two sons.
Where are you going with all that food?
Your younger brother has come home. Your father is throwing a welcome home party in his honor.
He's what?
As you can tell, the older brother was not thrilled. He refused to attend the party, so his father went to find him.
Why are you not at the party?
Why am I not at the party? Why am I not at the party? Well, let me think. All these years, I have worked like a slave for you, and I have done this and I have done that. And you haven't so much as thrown me and my friends a tea party. You know, Dad, me and my friends, we like parties too.
My son, you are always with me.
But then my little brother leaves and he throws all your money away and he comes back and you give him a full-blown carnival.
My son, my son, my son. Everything I have is yours. But don't you see? We had to celebrate his return.
Why, Dad? Why? Why?
This little brother of yours was dead, but now he's alive. He was lost, but now he's found.
That's the end?
Yeah, That's the ending Jesus gave us. Did the older brother forgive his younger brother like his father did? We don't know. I think Jesus told the story that way because he wanted us to put ourselves in the older brother's shoes. Would you be willing to forgive someone even if they may not deserve it? When you forgive, you're like the Father in the story and our Father in heaven. When you don't, you could be like the older brother and you could miss out on a great party. Are you okay?
I got left at a party once. My mommy didn't pick me up. It was so scary.
Soap operas just do this to him.
No, it's not that. I just forgive you for not putting the toilet paper on.
Oh. And I forgive you for yelling at me for not putting the toilet paper on.
I'll just see you guys next time then.
Bye, Calvin.
Yeah. Bye.
I have no toilet paper. It's so good. Thank you.
Reveal the question. Do the thing. What do you lose if you don't forgive?
You can lose so much. Friendships, joy. I would have missed out on your awesome toilet paper game, Brandon, so thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're starting to rethink the whole toilet paper has to go over the top thing.
No, I still disagree with you on that one, but we can disagree and still be friends, right?
Absolutely.
And besides, I thought of an even better way to install toilet paper.
Ooh, do tell. Wow! Hey, we'll see you guys next week for a brand new show. Let's see how this baby works. I'm dizzy. Oh, the room is spinning. Why did I do that?
You know, sometimes I think that we can all think like the older brother in that story, right? We want to be angry. We don't want to forgive. We want people to pay for what they've done. But we have to remember, like our forgiveness definition says, forgiveness is deciding that someone who's wronged you doesn't have to pay, right? Here's the cool thing. We can forgive people because Jesus first forgave us. Right? If you've been in the climb, you've heard this so many times because it's the most amazing thing ever. That God, at the beginning of time, already knew that He loved you. Yes, you who's watching from home, He loved you. And so when He made the world, He already had your whole life planned out. But sometimes we do bad things, right? Maybe while we're stuck at home, we're arguing with our siblings more or not listening to our parents very well. It's hard when you're kind of cooped up, huh? But when we do those things that we know we shouldn't do, that's called sin. And because God is absolutely perfect, He can't be with sin. But here's the cool part of this story. God forgave us. He showed us forgiveness. He sent His Son Jesus down to earth. He lived a perfect life, never did one thing wrong. But some bad people didn't like that, and so they killed Him. But here's where the story gets even better. Jesus didn't stay dead. Jesus came back to life 3 days later. He beat sin, He beat death, and He said that all we have to do is believe that He did that. Trust in Him, and we get to be in God's family forever, and we get to go to heaven when we die. Guys, that is the greatest news on the planet, and I'm so excited to share that with you. So if you're at home right now, we're going to take a minute and we're going to pray together. So maybe you want to close your eyes or bow your heads, whatever you're comfortable with, but let's take a minute to pray and thank God for everything that He's done for us. God, thank you so much for today. Thank you that you have shown us incredible forgiveness, and that because of that, we can forgive the people around us. We love you so much, and we're thankful for all that you've done. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Guys, if you believed in Jesus for the first time today, you've never done that before, be sure to tell your parents. We would love for your parents to be able to let us know. If you want, they could even text in for you. They can text BELIEVE to the number 313131 and tell us all about it. Your parents are a great resource to help you if you have any questions, and you can always contact us too, and we'd love to help you guys. But right now, let's look at our bottom line for the climb. Are you ready? Okay, here it comes. Our bottom line is when you don't forgive, you miss out. So think about if you and your best friend got in an argument. If neither of you forgave each other, you would miss out on so much fun, so many great things on that relationship just because you didn't want to forgive them. How sad is that? So when you don't forgive, you have to remember that you're going to miss out on things. But forgiveness is a choice and it's hard. But when you do forgive, awesome things can happen. If you're in the trek, let's look at our question for today. Our question is, what do you lose if you don't forgive? So what do you lose if you hold on to that hurt? If you keep that relationship broken? You know, that can be a hard question to answer, but you guys can answer that question all week long with your parents at home. Whether you're in the climb or the trek, be sure to talk to your parents about downloading our parent resource guide, okay? We want you guys to continue these conversations all week long. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us, Grace Kids Virtual. We'll see you next week.